The Teesta Rangeet race and the legend of Tendong. Once upon a time in Himalayan, the sacred ancestral land of the Lepcha people, there lived two river spirits, Rongnu and Rangeet, both full of grace and beauty. They were creations of Idbumu, the mother creator. Rongnu was a female river spirit and Rangeet was a male river spirit. High above the world, beyond the clouds, and among the snow covered peaks of the Himalayas, they would meet in secret, for you see, they were deeply in love with each other. But when others came to know of their love, the two lovers decided to leave their sacred homeland. Out of respect for Kongchen Konchlo, the great Kanchenjunga, they chose to leave and flow far away. They decided that they would descend from the mountains and meet again at Pozok before continuing their journey toward the far plains of Bengal. But before making their journey, the two river spirits made a playful decision. They would race each other to Pozok, and since it was their first time venturing beyond their territory, each of them chose a guide. Rangeet chose a bird and Rongnu chose a snake. Rangeet was confident. In his mind, a bird could fly straight to the destination, while a snake would face many obstacles along the ground. And so the race began. Off they went. Rongnu followed the snake. Though slower than the bird, the snake moved steadily and directly toward the destination. Soon, Rongnu could already see Pozok in the distance, but Rangeet was nowhere to be seen. Because the bird, although swift in flight, was easily distracted. Every flower, every color, every fruit, every tree, every insect, almost everything under the sun caught its attention. And so the bird wandered from place to place. Because of this, Rangeet meandered through the mountains and valleys on his way to Pozok. By the time Rangeet finally arrived, he found Rongnu already waiting for him. Shocked, he cried out, "Tisitha," meaning, "When did you arrive?" Rongnu simply smiled. But Rangeet could not take it. He had lost the race, and it enraged him. In anger, he began to thrash, groan, and surge violently. Flowing back toward the Himalayas, his rage destroyed everything in his path. Rongnu, she followed Rangeet, trying to console him and calm his anger. But as she chased him, the waters of the rivers rose higher and higher. Soon the raging rivers flooded the forests, valleys, and the mountains. All disappeared beneath the water. Only one mountain remained above the great flood, Tendong Lo. Every living being rushed to this sacred mountain for refuge. From insects to humans, all gathered there for safety. As the waters continued to rise, so did Tendong Lo, protecting all those who had taken shelter upon it. The people prayed to Idbumu, the mother creator. They burned incense, offered prayers, and begged her to save them from the great flood. But Idbumu was angry with humans. They had forgotten their ways. They had stopped praying and offering gratitude to the Creator. Just when all hope seemed lost, a small bird, Kahamfo the partridge, flew to the summit of Tendonglo. There it made an offering of mong bri, a kind of millet. Facing toward Kanchenjunga, Kahamfo tossed the grains high into the sky, and this humble act moved the heart of Idbumu. Suddenly a tremor shook the earth far and wide, and the waters began to recede. Meanwhile, Rongnu finally managed to calm Rangeet. With her soothing voice, his anger faded, and the two rivers once again flowed peacefully together, continuing their journey toward the plains of Bengal. Thus, Tendonglo saved mankind. Idbumu forgave the humans and the two lovers were finally united. The place where the rivers meet can still be seen today at Pozok, known today as Pishok in Darjeeling district. Rongnu later came to be known as Teesta, a name believed to have originated from the words spoken by Rangeet. Thisita. According to legend, the white dots on the feathers of the partridge are the grains of millet that fell back from the sky during Kahamfo's sacred offering. Mayalyang, the hidden eternal paradise of the Lepcha people, is now believed by many to correspond to what is today Zongu in Sikkim, the foothills of Kanchenjunga and the Teesta Valley. As for Tendong Lo, it is now famously known as the Tendong Hill. It still stands today near Damthang in South Sikkim in Namchi district. It remains a sacred place for the people of Sikkim, especially the Lepchas. Every year, a 3-day festival called Tendong Lorum Fat is celebrated to honor the mountain that saved the ancestors of the Lepchas.